From the outside, a beehive appears calm and ordinary. But within its walls exists one of nature's most complex and perfectly organized societies. Thousands of bees live together here, each following instinctive rules that keep the colony alive and thriving. Every bee has a role. Workers, drones, and the queen all serve different purposes within the hive's survival system. Communication inside the hive is constant, using movement, touch, and vibration instead of sound. Deep inside, the hive maintains a precise balance of temperature and humidity essential for survival. The honeycomb itself is a marvel of natural engineering, built cell by cell with extraordinary efficiency. Each cell serves a purpose, storing honey, pollen, or sheltering developing young. Worker bees tirelessly clean, repair, and expand the hive, ensuring order within the crowded space. At the center of this society is the queen, whose presence defines the colony's unity and future. The queen does not command. Her role is to lay eggs, sustaining the hive through constant renewal. Worker bees carefully tend to the eggs and larvae, protecting the next generation from harm. Life inside the hive never stops. Activity continues day and night, driven by instinct rather than rest. While humans harvest honey, few realize the complexity required to produce every single drop. Inside the hive, cooperation is not a choice. It is the only path to survival. Outside the hive, forager bees begin their daily journeys, leaving the safety of the colony to search for nectar and pollen. These flights expose bees to predators, weather, and exhaustion, making every trip a test of endurance and memory. Bees navigate using the sun, landmarks, and even Earth's magnetic field to find their way home. Flowers provide the fuel that powers the hive, offering nectar rich in energy and pollen packed with nutrients. As bees feed, pollen clings to their bodies, unintentionally enabling plant reproduction. This pollination supports ecosystems far beyond the hive, sustaining crops and wild plants alike. Returning foragers bring valuable information back to the hive along with their collected resources. Inside, bees share directions using a precise movement pattern known as the waggle dance. Through this dance, bees communicate distance, direction, and quality of food sources. The hive responds quickly, sending new foragers toward the most promising flowers. Not all bees leave the hive. Some remain inside to guard entrances against intruders. Wasps and other insects pose a constant threat, testing the hive's defenses. When threatened, bees act together, sacrificing individual safety to protect the colony. Through cooperation and communication, the hive remains resilient in a world full of danger. As the day warms, activity inside the hive reaches its peak, with thousands of bees moving in carefully organized patterns. This constant movement helps regulate temperature, preventing the hive from overheating during busy hours. Water collected from outside is carefully distributed to cool the hive through evaporation. Bees spread this moisture across honeycomb surfaces, lowering temperature where brood develops. The brood chamber is the most protected area of the hive, where larvae grow quickly under constant care. Larvae are fed continuously with nutrient-rich food, determining whether they become workers or queens. This precise feeding process controls the future structure of the colony. Some larvae will develop into drones, whose sole purpose is reproduction rather than work. Drones grow larger and heavier, lacking the tools required for foraging or defense. Despite their limited role, drones are essential to the survival of future colonies. Every stage of development depends on precise timing and constant cooperation within the hive. Any disruption to this balance can threaten the survival of the entire colony. Yet through instinct and communication, bees respond quickly to restore stability. The hive continues its rhythm, driven by countless individual actions working toward a single goal. As afternoon fades, activity within the hive begins to shift, preparing the colony for cooler evening conditions ahead. Foragers return from their final flights of the day, carrying the last pollen and nectar before darkness arrives. Inside, workers receive these resources and begin processing them into stored food for the colony. This process transforms fragile nectar into honey that can sustain the hive through lean seasons. As light fades, the hive entrance becomes more heavily guarded against nocturnal intruders. Moths and other insects may attempt entry, drawn by warmth and scent from within. Guard bees respond instantly, working together to repel any threat before it penetrates the hive. Within the hive, bees cluster together, conserving heat as temperatures drop outside. This collective warmth ensures the brood remains safe and developing even through the night. Throughout the night, subtle movements continue, maintaining airflow and stability within the hive. The queen remains at the center, continuing her role regardless of the hour. Her constant egg-laying ensures the colony's future never pauses, even while the world outside sleeps. While humans rest, the hive remains alive, protected by cooperation and instinct. Night settles in, but the colony endures, ready to face another day when the sun returns. As night deepens, the hive settles into a quieter rhythm, conserving energy while maintaining the delicate balance required for survival. Even in rest, bees remain alert, responding instantly to changes in temperature, vibration, or scent. Outside temperatures fall, but inside the hive, warmth is carefully preserved through constant cooperation. This shared warmth protects the brood, ensuring development continues uninterrupted through the night. While darkness hides the hive from view, life within continues without pause or command. Every bee follows instinct alone, yet together they function as a single living system. Hours later, the first signs of dawn begin to change the balance once again. The colony senses the change, preparing to transition from night survival back to daytime labor. Foragers stir, workers reposition, and the hive prepares for another demanding day. Outside, sunlight returns to the landscape, but the hive remains protected within its walls. Each day begins where the last ended, continuing a cycle refined over millions of years. This cycle of work, rest, and renewal is what allows the colony to endure. Though small as individuals, together bees shape ecosystems far beyond the hive. Inside the beehive, cooperation is life itself, sustaining a world built on instinct, balance, and unity.